Good morning, students. So we are doing the chapter Human Reproduction, chapter third, and this is the second part of male reproductive system is in continuation. And earlier we have studied about male reproductive system, seminiferous tubules, and the structure of internal structure of testes. Now we'll study about the diagrammatic view of male reproductive system and little bit more about seminiferous tubules and the accessory glands which are associated with the male reproductive system. So I will start with. So we have studied about transverse section of seminiferous tubules. So in between the seminiferous tubules in the connective tissue, there are present small groups of rounded interstitial cells, which are also called Leydig cells. You can see in the diagram interstitial cells or Leydig cells, which secrete androgen, that is the hormone testosterone, that is male sex hormone, which is responsible for the male secondary characters in the at the stage of puberty. So the next slide is. This is the diagrammatic view of male reproductive system. Now, as we have studied some parts, now rest of the parts we'll study in this diagram. Now, next is we have studied about seminiferous tubules, testes, scrotum, and interstitial cells. Now, next is retitesti and vasa differentia. Now, retitestes are the seminiferous tubules are closed at one end, but on the other end they join to form a network, the retitestes, from where fine ciliated ductless, the vasa efferentia arises. So the testes perform two functions, production of sperms and secretion of male sex hormones. Next part in the diagram you can see epididymis. Epididymis is a mass of long, narrow, closely coiled tubule which lies along the inner side of each testis. At the interior end it's called caput epididymis. In the middle, it's called corpus epididymis, and at the end, it's called coda epididymis. So, epididymis stores the sperms and also secretes a fuel, which is fluid, which is considered to nourish the sperms. Next part is vasa differentia. Vasa differentia emerges from the coda epididymis on each side and leaves the scrotal sac and enters the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal. The vasa differentia loops over the urinary bladder where it is joined by duct from the seminal vesicles to form ejaculatory duct. Now next is ejaculatory duct, urethra, and then penis, all the structures shown in the diagram. This slide is for revision. This is showing differences between Leydig cells and Sertoli cells. Leydig cells, they are present in between the seminiferous tubules and they secrete androgen. And Sertoli cells are the present in between the germinal epithelium cells of seminiferous tubule and they provide nourishment to the developing spermatozoa. Next is difference between vas efferentia and vas differentia. So vas efferentia, they arise from retitestes and vas differentia, they arise from coda epididymis. Differentia, they're 15 to 20 in number, and vas differentia, they're only 2 in number. So vas differentia are fine, they are thick, so you have to learn the differences very well. So in this slide, we'll study about male accessory glands. First one is seminal vesicles. So seminal vesicles are the pair of sac-like structures near the base of bladder. These ducts join the vas differentia to form the ejaculatory ducts. They produce an alkaline secretion which forms 60% of the volume of the semen. The pH of the seminal fluid is 7.4. The secretion of the seminal vesicle contains fructose, hormones like prostaglandins, and clotting proteins that are different from that in blood. Fructose is a source of energy for the sperm. So you must notice that fructose, which is produced by the seminal vesicles, is not present anywhere else in the body, provides a forensic test for rape. The presence of fructose in the female's genital tract confirms sexual intercourse. So next is prostate gland. So prostate gland is a single large gland that surrounds the urethra. It produces milky secretion with pH 6.5 and forms 25% of the volume of the semen. This secretion contains citric acid, an enzyme, acid phosphorylase, amylase, pepsinogen, and prostaglandins. Due to the presence of citric acid, it is slightly acidic. A number of small ducts carry fluid from the prostate to the urethra. Secretion of the prostate gland nourishes and activates the spermatozoa to swim. Next is a pair of bulbourethral glands. Bulbourethral glands are also called Copper's gland. Copper's C-O-W-P-E-R-S, Copper's gland, are present on the either side of the membranous urethra. These glands secrete an alkaline fluid. The ducts open into the membranous urethra, carrying the fluid that neutralizes acid from urine in the urethra. They also secrete mucus that lubricates the end of the penis and lining of the urethra. This decreases the number of sperms damaged during ejaculation. So, secretions of these all glands constitute seminal plasma, which is also called semen, which is rich in fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes, as we have mentioned earlier. The secretions of bulbourethral glands also help in lubrication of the penis. This is all about accessory glands.